Hello, today we are making bread again, but this time we are making my recipe for bread. Now the first thing you want to do to make bread is get warm milk and pour in butter. Stir milk and melted butter. Specifically, cup of milk, cup of butter, 1 egg, stir together. Now add half a cup of sugar and a tablespoon of honey. Honey. Honey having can't pop egg yolk. Honey's having an interesting time at the end. Nice and warm. Come on, honey. I need to pop that yolk. Successfully popped. Now stir everything. And in mixture, pour in one packet of yeast. Pour yeast in mixture thing and stir. Make sure to get every last gram of yeast very moist. Now wait 5 minutes. Hello again. Now it's been 5 minutes. You want to stir the yeast mixture, and if it rose right, it should feel slightly thicker. I don't know, it might not. There might just be something wrong with my yeast. But put a teaspoon of salt and 4 cups of flour, and you want to start mixing that together. Take your mixture pour into the dough. Halfway through, I'd recommend stopping. Getting all the dough off this hook or paddle. The paddle attachment, and apply the dough hook attachment. In the case that your dough is too sticky like mine, simply add some more flour. thought 4 cups was gonna be enough. I recommend pulling it off the dough hook. Quickly mixing in. Okay, now that the flour's mixed in some more, I'm gonna turn that off. Get that there, and that wasn't just please ignore that. Okay, so you want to add about a teaspoon of olive oil to your dough. It's having a hard time mixing it. Now, after you add your oil and let it mix for a few more seconds, it should turn out perfect. Now just sprinkle some more flour on counter. That looks good. Get giant lump of dough. Pour flour over top of dough. And knead. Knead a lot. Now, using the dough hook attachment, you can actually use the stand mixer to knead, but I prefer doing it by hand, even if it is a lot harder. I am now going to teach you a method of kneading. Get giant ball of dough. Push one way, push back in, push one way, bring back in, push one way, bring it back in. Basically keep doing this. So after 15 minutes of repeatedly kneading this dough, you should poke it and it should spring back like that. Another way to tell is by holding a piece of dough to the light. You can see all the gluten strands in it. Anyway, this is a nice thick ball of dough, which is why now you get the same middle bowl you mixed it in and get some olive oil. Take olive oil in well coat bowl. You want your bowl to be really coated. Have any excess oil? Dump it on top of the dough. Pick it up, put it back in. Get the dough nice and covered in oil. And, where'd you put that rag? Then get rag, open rag, and put rag over dough.
How long does it sit for?
Sits for about an hour and a half.
3.
Another really good way of making bread is actually putting your bread in a fridge for 24 hours to let it rise. Actually makes it really good. But if you do it out of a fridge, I recommend just going with an hour and a half. Hello. The bread has risen for half an hour. Now you get to do the best part. Still nice and oily coming out of the bowl. I think I used too much oil. But now you knead it again. Knead it for another 10 minutes, I'd say. After kneading for about another minute and a half, the dough looks good. Now, you'll want to take your leftover olive oil and grease the pan with it. That looks good. Oh boy. You can definitely make more than one bread with this dough. Now cover and rest for another half an hour. Here, now that it's been a half an hour, you want to break an egg open and put it in a cup like that. You want to stir it. Now you want to bring this loaf over and just baste your bread with egg. And crack some salt on top of it. Now it's ready to put it in oven. Let's bake for half hour. Hello, the bread has baked. It looks pretty good. Let's see how it tastes. Delicious. Raspberry jam. I do definitely recommend making this bread. Goodbye.